Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Eljay Johnsen Show. This show airs every single weekend, every single Saturday at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, unless specified otherwise, over on Twitter at the Eljay Johnsen, where you can find updates and guest announcements every single Tuesday. And if you have any questions over the week, make sure you head on over to my email, eljayjohnsen@gmail.com. Remember, that's JOHNSEN. Okay. Wow. Given how tired I am, and trust me, I'm tired, I'm amazed at how well that intro went. Okay, so,
yeah.
obviously enough, I'm sure anyone listening now can tell from the title, I haven't talked to him in so long. He hasn't been on the show since February of 2018. It's the one, the only, the just, the two, the good. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Just woke up for this interview, so I'm ready to go.
Just
Let's
two woke
do
up?
this. Just too woke. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, no, I get you. I've been up for maybe about an hour or so now, and not a whole heck of a lot of sleep.
And I warn you, my internet connection here is a little bit choppy, so if I don't respond right away, you know why.
Fair enough. No, I've been having some weird technical internet issues. Like the last week's episode got completely chopped off. Like it just got split almost perfectly in half because the internet went out. And sometimes, like if the internet goes out during a YouTube live stream, if you get it back online quick enough, you'll actually be able to resume the stream as opposed to have two different recordings. It did not do that this time.
Rip. Sorry to hear that.
But, well.
Hey,
So,
well,
how have you been? It's obviously it's been so long. How's things
I know
been?
it has. It has. Yeah, I mean, you know me. I'm just chilling. I'm grilling.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
good.
I wish I had more exciting stuff to bring, but just the same old grind, man. Uh, Lego is crazy with all the new releases.
Yeah, no, that is fair.
Yeah.
We've got obviously this is really well timed. Some might,
hmm
if you're of a pessimistic perspective, you might say this is poorly timed because later on today, today being the 18th of May, I'm going to be hosting the Brickfeed podcast, and basically we're going to be talking about the exact same thing, or most of the same things, but
Just yeah.
that's
So
okay. I'm happy to be
it's all
talking
right.
about this here with you
Of
because we
course,
have a
of
lot.
course, of course. Yeah. So much.
But yeah, so since it's been over a year since you've been on the show,
hmm
well, what are the biggest things that have kind of happened to you? What's been crack-a-lack, and what's really changed majorly? What new shows have I know the answer to this one, but what new shows have you introduced that you think people would be interested in seeing?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I started putting a lot more effort into my YouTube channel in October because I started. I mean, I don't know if I've said this really publicly, but I started doing YouTube full time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dang
Wow.
it! I probably shouldn't have said that, but yeah, I've been so yeah. So I've been doing that full time and just getting on this, putting this, making this all I can for while I can,
Yeah.
So there's that, and also new shows I've been introducing. I'm trying to think besides. Well, I have two. I have the original subreddit show and the whole patrol, and I thought they would be opposites in how much of a hit they are. I thought the whole patrol would be the hit, and then the OSRS would be like a it's sub 10K, which for my channel is a little bit like sub 10K is a little bit lower side of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but that has taken off the original subreddit show. And the whole joke of it is that we took like PewDiePie and Jack Films like last week. I asked you,
Yeah,
and
Lawai and
why, yeah,
mm-hmm.
and so it's original on my end, but it's not really original.
Yeah.
But that has taken off. I mean, that
Yeah.
I'm crazy how many views that gets, how much people love the subreddit now. Like I can't even keep up, honestly.
Like to kind of put into perspective the different levels of viewership we're looking at. So, are
Mhm.
you at all familiar with Biocraft Chronicles?
I'm not too familiar with it, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Bring you up to speed. It's Project TTV had been working on. Basically, they started it in 2011. It went on this massive hiatus, just a miserable, awful development cycle. It never really got done. Spur of the moment, we managed to make it in about 47 days and released it a month ago. This is like basically our magnum opus. It has been something that we've built up to, no pun intended, for nearly a decade. That only just barely reached 33,000 views. That's a massive video for us.
So is it a one-off? It's a one-off video?
For the moment, yeah. Your latest, Osers.
Osers, yeah, as my mom calls it.
I think that's fun. Your latest one, a day ago. Keep in mind, Biocraft came out almost 2 months ago. Your latest one is at 35,000 views a day ago.
I know. I'm like, it blows my mind, and I feel bad because, again, it's
stellar.
I know, it's one of my less effort videos. I mean, it does require more effort than maybe a review because the way I film it is interesting, but it's crazy that I've gotten to the point where I'm passing, like, my subscriber counts are passing channels I've been watching for years, and I'm like, I don't deserve this. I think. I mean, like, it's crazy. I'm not used to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, and it's just like, I don't know, it blows my mind how popular it has become, but more reason to do it full time and just make it my career, but also make it still a passion of mine. But
yeah. Well, so you know what comes with being a larger channel, right?
What?
Well, you gotta make a decision about your appearance.
Well, I've done many face reveals of my Osers, my
Of
big
course.
insect head, so
Of course.
But people think it's fake. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Stop being so specious, guys, Just a big bug head, Come on.
Come on,
Come on. Yeah.
Now, the question is, are you... All right, so it is a bug head. So you are confirming here you are part insect. Is that correct?
Okay. Yes.
Fair enough. We can work with this.
Yeah.
All right, that works. I love praying mantises. Like, I did this last year, and when I was growing up, this was a big thing. So I used to live in a place called Palo Alto, California. Don't recommend it.
About it a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we talked about it on your podcast.
Isn't that where Steve Jobs is at, near there? Where he was back in the day.
Yeah, no, I trick-or-treated at his house once.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah, there we go. So every, I want to say spring, because that would be when it would be done in any other state, but because California is just so tropical, especially in Central California, it doesn't really matter. The weather's generally the same. We'd get these praying mantis eggs, and we just spread them all over. No, we'd keep them in a container. They'd hatch, and then we'd just go around the backyard, just putting tiny praying mantises just everywhere. And then a few months later, you see them popping up, just a bunch of different praying mantises just everywhere. It's awesome.
Aw, that's so cute. Yeah.
It's really good for pest control, like aphids.
Yeah,
they love eating aphids.
That's true. Yeah.
So.
My favorite dish.
No, the channel's been doing brilliantly. You just got over 400,000 subscribers. I don't remember what it was when you were on last. I want to say that's double what you had.
Let me think. Well, it's usually every July I usually get like 100,000. So it started with 2016. 2017 was 200,000. 2018 was 300,000. So we could assume around then was when I was last on February 2018. I was probably at 200,000 or something. Crazy.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely spectacular. Obviously, I didn't really introduce you earlier. I wasn't like, so just too good. He's a popular Lego YouTuber. It's like, listen, fellas, if you're listening to this, you either know who he is, or I highly recommend that you listen to the prior 2 episodes he's been on,
of course,
where we do a full introduction. But it's like, you're definitely one of the more well-known Lego YouTubers at this point.
I appreciate it. You're flattering me so much, LJ.
I'm not
Gosh.
flattering you, Justin. I'm only speaking facts.
I appreciate it. I thank you so much. I mean, I don't know how to respond to this.
It's fantastic. So obviously enough, to kind of cap the Oscars. The
Yeah.
Oscars. No,
Oscars is probably the best one.
yeah, no, I agree. Obviously enough, that's very based off of the wine and so on and so forth. And this has been kind of fascinating because you go to your subreddit, which has I guess only very recently because of this kind of picked up now. Like it's becoming more of its own community because of all of this, if I'm not mistaken.
For sure, yeah.
That's excellent.
Like, oh, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, please continue.
I was gonna say somebody pointed out recently. They're like, it has more followers than Lego memes. It's basically become the Lego meme subreddit in a way.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't know that Lego memes was a subreddit.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. So we'll just get like, I mean, like a lot of the memes there are just about Jane Brooks, Ryan, not just me. They just use it as it's central to just riff on all Lego YouTubers or whatnot, and share their mocks, which is really cool. That people are, it's getting a lot of younger kids interested in mocks and stuff like that because of what's posted there and sharing their own mock. So I'm really proud of what it's become.
Yeah.
And it sucks that I can't keep up with it because basically I don't even subscribe to it because I can't look at it before I record. Because that's just the nature. I want to have a genuine reaction.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
So there's a lot of great content I miss, but that's just how I have to run the show. If I can't do it every day, and I don't want to keep up with it like when I'm not recording because so
yeah,
but also my Discord's kind of like that because my Discord I don't go on it too often unfortunately because I don't have time, but it's just become a general Lego Discord community, and it's so active. Like I'll go right now. There'll be like messages in all the other channels from like a minute ago or whatnot, and it's just become a place where younger Lego fans can communicate with one another. Because really, before that, all we had was YouTube for younger fans. I feel like, or the Lego boards, which I think they got rid of recently.
Yeah, no, rest in tiny Lego pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, rip. So I have all this moderation there to make sure everything's appropriate for everybody, but it's cool that these have become communities even beyond my YouTube fan base, I guess you could say.
That's excellent. I'm not used to that just kind of happening. Like usually what I'm familiar with is a channel starting up and then a website being specifically designed around it. So like for the TTV channel, it'd be the TTV message boards.
Form, yeah.
And then of course that's actually something I am unfamiliar with. Your Discord, is it public or private?
It's public. It's public.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, I don't advertise it that much recently. I made it in 2017, I think. I advertised it a lot then, but I gotta probably advertise it recently. I was thinking of even starting a spin-off show of the original Discord show or something like that. And kind of mess around with that, but I don't want to put too much out there, or else I'll get old quick. So
yeah, no, I get you. Speaking of things that you started and might not be too easy to maintain, the Just2 podcast.
Just2 podcast, yes, the Just2 podcast.
I'll go ahead and preempt this. This was admittedly a question in the YouTube live chat. I don't get to questions till the end, but Lego Pete 3 asked, "When's the next Just2 podcast?" So I'll ask you, what's the situation there?
Yeah, it was funny because I was going to answer that. I was like, well, it's actually, and I'm like, I don't want to answer the live chat until we're done with that. So that's good that you picked it. The Just2 podcast. The last one we had was November 2017 or 2018, actually. It feels like it was longer ago.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It was interviewing my high school ex-girlfriend. Don't ask how that came about.
I will not.
But that's actually one of the most popular podcast episodes, funny enough. Either way, I it's not dead. A lot of people think it's the whole video series is dead, but I just want to come back and release it in a more constant, almost like a season,
Mm-hmm.
release it kind of back to back, and then do another hiatus or a break. Break would be it wouldn't really be a hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of coming back in July. I'm thinking of July.
Okay.
And but we'll see.
All right. Well, now that you have given that estimate, we're going to hold you to that. And if it doesn't happen, then you will have let everyone down, and everyone's going to be super upset.
That's it. Yeah, they're going to be like, "No, where is it?" But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's looking at the guests that you've had. It's very interesting to see you kind of branch out into the larger, more general YouTube community. So like Your Movie Sucks, I Hate Everything, Jaden Animations, so on and so forth. But still also keeping to a more Lego-centric creator sphere as well. It's a neat balance to see.
Yeah, because when I first started, the original idea was let's get YouTubers to talk about Lego.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always want to hear their experience with Lego, because it's such a universal toy. And but after the first episode, everybody was like, we want to see Lego people there. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me interview some Lego community people.
Of course.
And of course, we've gotten you on there. We've gotten
Mm-hmm.
people from Brickvault, Ross from MGF,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan. So it's a mix of both. And I have a guest list for the next season. And honestly, with this right now, I think I should probably start recording some of them.
Yeah.
I gotta send out those emails.
Yeah. No. I mean, hey, man, listen. Either you get to PewDiePie first, or I do. He mentioned Bionicle in a video like last week. So
yes, Waluigi Bionicle. I think he did, and then he did like another one last week. Yeah. It's there you go.
It's like, listen, one of us, it's gonna have to happen.
I don't even think I've sent an email to him because I'm just so scared. I'm like, it's probably never gonna get read.
I mean, that's the thing though. It's you got Jang on. And Jang is notorious for being a recluse.
That's true. It was under his Ganaj name. But that was his caveat.
Okay.
Or I mean, we got Ganaj Brooks on. Yeah, that was it.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
That's reasonable. Because I understand that Jang doesn't really want to interface too heavily with the general community. Like he's in his comments, and that's perfectly understandable. But it's like at the same time, I have so many questions. I want to know more. You have the highest.
Beyond the Brick got him. I was like, holy crap, they got him.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
They
did. That was a great little thing too. He revealed his insect self in the beginning, if you remember it. He had the praying mantis head. That was pretty epic. Did you see it?
I'm trying. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
it's been a very long.
It's like the first 10 seconds he has an insect head, and I'm like, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like, thank you so much. Like that was so cool. I was not expecting that. I'm like, oh my gosh, fanboying out.
That's amazing.
Because it was referencing my Beyond the Brick, where
yeah,
that was the first time I showed my insect self. So
yeah, mm-hmm. Gosh,
and I think that interview, mine went terrible. Yeah.
Man. Well,
I hope they redo it. Yeah.
Well, have them over again. It's like, it's all about perspective. Like I think you and I could have had a much more entertaining Just2 podcast, because obviously when I was on the subject, the bulk of the discussion was obviously about the whole TTV situation, which is come and gone. But
that's true.
But if it was more like this, it basically would have just been a rundown of, all right, so Justin, let me go ahead and tell you the history of Bionicle, piece by piece.
I've learned so much, dude.
Oh gosh, you would learn more than you ever could possibly imagine.
Yeah, but it's funny you say that though, because I think that's my favorite episode. I think that was really good.
It's mine too. No,
yeah,
I'm a little biased.
Well,
but it turned out very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I think definitely have them over again. I know that they're all great people over at Beyond the Brick, all of them, and I'm excited to see them at Brick Fair, Virginia this year. If I can, say hi very briefly.
One day I got to go to one of those events, but yeah, it would be great to see them again.
Hey man, listen, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
by the way,
saying.
LJ,
Oh, yes.
you cursed. You cursed, man. What
I
happened?
don't know where.
I know.
I'm
Sorry.
like, you cursed. No, I most certainly didn't. What are you
I know.
talking about?
That was just so funny in the chat because you responded. I was certain.
It's like, right? It's like, listen,
Yeah.
of all the places, the least likely place for me to swear at all is my own show. It's not happening.
I can't. Yeah, I can't even imagine you swearing. So.
Yeah, no. But, yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm just too saying. You gotta go to Brickford, Virginia. You gotta just, like,
Someday.
join Ryan. Because I saw him last year. I saw him as, like, I asked him before Brickford happened. And he's like, nah, I'm not thinking. I don't plan on going. And I see him there. I'm like, wait a second.
That's so cool. See, I don't know what that's like. Like, I mean, yeah, like I met Ryan and Ash and Flash in real life after knowing them online, but like just being in a room with all these people, that's like I know you, I know you, I know you, I know you, but we've never seen each other online.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully in the future though, it would be a dream come true to go to one of these conventions and just do. I would love to do a panel or something. That'd be cool.
Brickfair is the place to do panels. Like I'm currently looking into doing some sort of a seminar, but
dude, do it.
It's a matter of getting the infrastructure set up. I gotta discuss it with some people, but you would definitely be able to pull that off.
Yeah, I mean, I asked on my stream because people were like, you should do a panel or whatever, and I was like, if I did a panel and did what you guys call a face reveal, even though I've already revealed my insect face, how many of you guys would come? And people were like, I would fly there, and I got all these people saying that, so I'm like, huh, maybe I'm more popular than I thought.
Honestly, I'm just saying, man. I don't know about necessarily a face reveal, which seems absolutely absurd. I mean, like you just said, you already revealed your insect face.
I know, right? It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
But yeah, no, a panel would make a lot of sense. A live event would make a lot of sense. I know that you would definitely be a draw for a convention like that. It'd be the same as, obviously, Beyond the Brick. So Beyond the Brick goes every single time to Brick for Virginia. You see them there. I didn't even approach them last year, not out of any kind of, like, nervousness. Like, I can go up to anyone and be like, hey, how's it going? How have you been? It's just they were so busy. Like, they had people surrounding them almost all the time. They were making videos.
I can imagine.
They were working. But you are definitely the... Well, what's a good comparison? Who would I compare you to? You're the, Fudge. I can't even think of a good comparison. But basically, like, you would not... you would walk in, and people would flock around you instantly as soon as they saw those antennae.
Right? Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What would it be? I'd be nervous, man.
Yeah, trust me. But you know what? I think you'd be able to pull it off. If my first Brick Fair, I can go there wearing my beautiful chiseled golden mask all day at the convention. We're talking 8 hours plus. I mean, your eyes, you have better vision than I do because they're just large insect eyes. You would be fine.
That's true. You're right. You are right. I mean, I'm definitely thinking about it, but yeah. Also, it's just scheduling and everything. Like, that's a pain in the butt. I've never flown really independently before. Like,
I got you.
Yeah, there's a lot, but yeah, I want to. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I think you'd have a blast. I honestly think you would. It'd be one of the more positive Lego experiences you'd ever have, just because of how different it is compared to everything else.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it.
It's surreal at times. So,
I'm definitely considering it. I'm definitely considering it.
Excellent. So as far as some other videos you've been doing, other series, obviously you've kept up with the reviews, which is good, and especially recently, well, okay, 26 minutes ago, Mr. Flexing over here just popped out another review.
Well, I schedule it. I schedule it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't
Yeah.
use scheduling very often. It's always been a little persnickety for me.
Really? Oh, yeah. I schedule like crazy. Like I schedule everything to kind of especially if it's a weekend. Like I know I'm staying up. So
Hmm.
on Saturday and Sunday, the best time to upload is 10 to 12 a.m.
Interesting.
to p.m. So I have to schedule stuff because there's most likely a high chance that I'm not going to wake up that early. So
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of sort of done that before. Like I'm almost done reviewing a bunch of the System Bionicle sets. I
Yeah.
got three more to go.
Hmm.
And when I was doing the prior videos for those, I decided that I wanted to release them. They release on Tuesday. I wanted to release them at 7 a.m. Eastern because
Holy crud.
I got a lot of comments back when I did the recap reviews from people saying, "Hey, I just woke up to get ready for school, and now this video is here, so I can watch it while I get ready." So along that thought process, I'm going, well, okay, see if that holds true. It seemed to.
There you go.
So yeah.
So it was like a little Saturday, well, not Saturday morning, but you ever have those cartoons you'd watch right before you go to school?
No, I didn't watch a lot of
Oh,
cartoons.
oh. Rip. Well, I'd always have like a show or something I'd watch before I go to school while I'm eating breakfast. So that would be it. It'd be like a
Yeah,
little
yeah, exactly like that.
That's
No.
awesome.
Now, as far as your reviews are concerned, and this is a segue into two of the primary topics of discussion, because obviously we're talking about new Lego releases. However, there are two specifically that I want to focus on. And we'll go ahead and start off with your latest large scale review, literally and figuratively. It is the, and this honestly legitimately surprised me. Like I knew about it beforehand, but I don't know why it exists yet. Not complaining. It's the Lego Stranger Things set, or set number 75810, the Upside Down. This is obviously based off of the Netflix original series, Stranger Things. It's got two seasons on right now, and it's gonna have a third in July. I want to say, like July 4th. That's
Yeah, I think it's July 4th.
so obviously massive set, $200, over 2,000 pieces. And you did a review on it 2 days ago. The set has only been out for less than a few days. It just very recently got announced, and availability is quite limited at the moment. So kind of take us through this. Take us through this process. Maybe some brief thoughts, but not enough to kind of invalidate the review video, which everyone should check out. It's obviously a
Oh,
very,
thanks.
very good review. So kind of take us
Oh,
through this.
thank you. It was one I'm most proud of because every review I have like a law. There has to be at least one mistake in it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and it's always unintentional, but there's always one mistake, and no mistakes in that video. As far as I know, nobody's complained about anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I got nothing.
So yeah, so this set. First off, I love the set. I don't know. Do you like the set a lot?
I think it's an absolutely spectacular set. It looks immaculate. It's such a unique design.
For sure, dude. Do you watch the show?
I've seen both seasons, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And you said you were unsure why it existed. Is that because of the content of the show?
Not necessarily. It was more so because I couldn't figure out who this was aimed at. Now, Brickset, really excellent website. Hugh, I'm going to continue my begging. Please be on. They did an interview with one of the designers, Justin Ramsden, and he said that the primary target audience was for older children and adults, though obviously it's Lego, so it's really for everyone. And that kind
Well,
of
I'll
made
say
sense.
it was a hard build. It was a hard build. Like,
I imagine it, like, it's so unique. Like, what's the hardest part about this build? I assume it's the connection, like
yep.
putting them together.
There's two things. The connection, also very tedious because you build the same thing twice, and the worst part is the trees because the trees are the same build, very precise, and that's why thankfully I split it up with somebody else because it is a set that calls for 2 people to build. So
Are there 2 instruction booklets?
yep, 2 instruction booklets.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I always love those sets, like Ninjago City Docks, Ninjago City. There's a theme.
Yeah, that was another one I did. Ninjago City. I did that with my friend too. We split it up. But yeah, so the whole, but the design of it and everything like that. I think it's it's just a Lego expert set that is aimed towards older kids and teens and adults. I think the show is PG-13 in my opinion. I see a lot of people complaining about the content, but I've seen worse aspects in, say, The Dark Knight, which got a Lego set, same age range. The Simpsons, which got 2 Lego sets, a minifigure series. Big Bang Theory, for certain aspects, has worse areas of it than this. So I see a lot of complaining about it, but like I don't think a lot of them have watched the show maybe or remember the show. And it's really cool. Even though, putting it together, like putting it actually together is a pain sometimes because you have to push those 2 like ball joints together and like some parts might fall off, but I don't think it's meant to be taken apart, which is kind of a mistake I made was showing it taken apart and trying to take it apart because it's really meant to be 2 models stuck together. And as that, it's interesting because a lot of people are like, oh, it's not going to stand up on itself, but it's really, I have no fear it's going to fall over. It rests on the treetops perfectly, in my opinion. So, great set. And I was really fortunate because Kim and some other people reached out to me and was like, so I'm part of the Lego Ambassador Network. So Alyssa Harrington as well, she reached out and she was like, hey, you want to review this? And I was like, that's perfect because I love the show. And funny enough, they sent me a review copy early, a few weeks early. And being the procrastinator I was, I didn't film the review until like the day it was revealed, which I was like, okay, my theory is that I'll upload this the day after it's revealed. I never really got review copies of like a D2C when it was released. And I think that was a bad idea. I should have uploaded it the day of reveal because a day after, and I see Brickvault has 200,000 views ahead of me because I guess I was less timely. So
the rule of thumb when it comes to review copies is you are not the only one to get review copies.
It's true. I could have had an absolute monopoly. Well, I wouldn't. I would split it with Brickvault's views there, but quality over quantity because I'm so proud of the review. I don't mind. But
I agree. That I had a very similar experience when I was doing some reviews. Not necessarily. I didn't get review copies. I wouldn't necessarily say I've ever gotten review copies, but I also wouldn't say I haven't before. But when it comes to reviewing sets that you're not the first to review, definitely at that point just focus purely on how it looks, how it feels to you, and not about getting it out there as quickly as possible. A rushed review will always be worse than a review that has time given to it.
That's true. That is 100% true. So, it's crazy how many views that Brickvault's mine, my reveal video is getting on the set. I think it's getting a lot of non-Lego fans into, or a lot of non-Lego fans are watching these videos. So it goes to show that this was a really good idea of a set to make. I hope it's translating in sales,
Yeah, I think it will. It just kind of confused me at first. But once you think about it, it makes a lot more sense. Because Lego has a standing partnership with Netflix. They have at least, I want to say 3 Lego shows on Netflix now. If it's not 3, it was going to be 3, and it's only 2. There are 2 I know of. And
they also did the Lego House partnership. The Lego House.
That's true. That gets cited often. The documentary.
I think that was a huge one that they worked together with Netflix for. So.
I haven't watched it, so I hope it's good. But I've only seen one of the Lego Netflix shows. I've heard very good things about Elves. I intend to watch Elves. I want to watch Elves. I'm just waiting to get around to it because I want it for a video. And then I saw...
That would be an interesting video, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I want to look at Elves. I got one of the sets, and I want to look at the show. I want to give it a fair shake. Have you ever seen Journey to One? Lego Bionicle Journey to One?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it, of course.
Let's keep it that way. So,
I think I've heard about it straight from you, actually.
I'm sorry. I've already colored your perception of it a dark shade of brown.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert for it. If I recall correctly, didn't they end on a cliffhanger or something?
No, they didn't. They actually, this is one of the very few Lego themes that has a conclusion.
It does have a conclusion, okay.
It was just very rushed. It was a very, very fast conclusion that made a lot of people angry. So, but no, that's fantastic. I'm very glad that you're getting review copies now and you're getting that support because it helps get the word out. It helps people kind of go to the reviewer they want, and they can expect that reviewer to have the items that they want to know about from that reviewer's perspective in a timely manner.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I always recommend if you're a community that's been more than a year, apply to the Lego Ambassador Network. Mm-hmm. You will get helped, immensely with press releases and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the press releases are super cool. Obviously, you got to be trustworthy. You got to keep secrets, but but no, it's all super super cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Let's go ahead and move on to something else that came out pretty recently. This is not something I intended to talk about with you. However, it's been something that a bunch of people in the YouTube live chat have been asking for. They've been saying, talk about this. Talk about this. Okay. All right. We'll talk about this. Clutch Powers is getting his first official Lego minifigure.
Right. I mean, I'm amazed it's 9 years after the movie came out, but...
Oh, gosh, you're right. It is 9 years. Gosh, dang. Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy how, how long it's been. But, I mean, I even heard rumors that he's going to be getting a new movie, maybe? I don't know.
I haven't heard those. The current... A lot of people surmise he'll probably be in the Ninjago show.
Yeah, that makes sense, too.
But, which I look forward to. So for anyone that is unfamiliar with Clutch Powers, Lego, The Adventures of Clutch Powers is a CGI direct-to-DVD movie. That, yeah. It was released in early spring of 2010. It is the first non-Bionicle movie made out of a Lego product. So it is the Lego company's first non-Bionicle Lego film, which is fascinating to me.
Yeah, it was, and you know what? I think it's been on the shelves for a while, and it's one of the few original property Lego movies that I'm pretty sure it's sold a lot. It's very popular with kids and stuff like that. So it makes sense for them to bringing him back. It just took a while. You know?
It's interesting because like Clutch Powers is never a name that obviously Clutch Power is an actual thing, but Clutch Powers is not a name I hear often. Like I usually hear Johnny Thunder when we're talking about Lego Adventures and Lego Adventurers and kind of the Indiana Jones types. So it would not have been too terribly surprising for him to have made an appearance. However, seeing them go so far back for Clutch Powers is super, super cool. But for anyone who might be unfamiliar, super, super out of left field.
It's true. Yeah. Maybe it'll make them more familiar with it, though.
I would hope so. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Obviously enough, this means that Clutch Powers, outside of having his own movie, given he never had a minifigure, he now officially belongs to the Ninjago theme, which I find fascinating.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, they name dropped him in the early... What I heard.
Yes, yeah, he is specifically named in the show, so which makes a lot of sense. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and I remember seeing the movie back in the day. I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
definitely a cult classic. It's not like the greatest work of media out there, but
Mm-hmm.
I was amazed they never made sets off of it. But then again, a lot of it was Power Miners and Atlantis in the movie, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that surprises me is that they just didn't make a minifigure. Like,
Hmm.
no sets. Yeah, you're right. That's not too terribly surprising because it was more of a Lego movie esque kind of a deal where it just kind of popped into a bunch of different worlds, so it didn't really have to
Hmm.
make too many different sets. But he never got a minifigure until now, which I find bizarre.
That is true. Yeah, took this long
Yeah, but not complaining. It's cool to see him. But do you
for
like the
sure. For
minifigure?
sure.
Do you like Ninjago at all?
I like the Ninjago sets. I don't really care for the TV show, and yeah, the minifigure is cool. And the Ninjago sets this wave are pretty cool. I like the girl in the outfit, the
Mm-hmm.
wolf outfit. I say the Okami outfit based off that video game, but I know it's something more deep or whatever. I like the wolf minifigure from the small set, not this one, but this Lloyd's Journey, I think it's called. So I'm pretty excited for the 2019 summer Ninjago sets.
Excellent. Good, good, good. Yeah. No, I'm seeing a lot of them, and they all look really good. I don't know if I'm really going to be picking up too many of them
Hmm.
because my attention is actually focused on, and this is another segue,
Ooh, segue.
Hidden Side.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you, dude. I love this thing.
I am really looking forward to it. I'm very, very interested in. Not that.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested to see the execution of this because the sets look really good. I'm quite looking forward to them. I'm looking forward to the bus the most right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, what you actually had a video very recently, about 1 week ago, titled "The One Thing That Worries Me About Lego Hidden Side," and I suspect I know what it is since I haven't had the opportunity to
Not
watch the
watching my
video.
videos. No, I'm kidding.
I'm
Uh,
sorry, man. I watched your review. Just don't hurt me.
I no. You're good. I don't have time to watch videos in the Lego community too, so I feel you, man.
Oh, you don't watch
Uh,
my reviews? Ugh, no, I'm kidding.
sorry. The last LJ show I watched was the Ash and Flash one, so
Admittedly,
that's how
that
little time I
that's a
have.
good one.
Yeah, that is a really good one. I like that, by the way. The little ending part was so funny. Guys are
It's
just
good.
making puns and stuff like that. But anyways, okay, so yeah, the hidden side. The one thing that worries it. Maybe you don't know. I don't know. Let's see. It is the boxes.
Yep,
Is
that's
that it?
exactly what I thought it was
Okay.
going to
Oh, dang it. I was trying to outsmart. But yeah, so it's the boxes. The box designs, wow, very creative, and the artwork looks great. I think that's a very risky. Like this theme is already risky, and then you're putting even more risk. With high risk comes high reward, right? But also
be. Mm-hmm.
great margin of failure because possible failure, I should say. The design of this, I fear that the people buying, well, first off, the people who buy the most Lego sets are parents and grandparents for their kids. And when they look at this, I don't know if they're going to know what's going on here, and they're just going to disregard it because it looks so different from other Lego sets. The Lego logos to the right now, the artwork is very stylized. It's actual artwork. It's not like a picture of the set.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all these ghosts shown on it that aren't even in the set. They're in the AR game.
Mm-hmm.
That scares me. So I worry that they're just going to disregard this as some video game or board game or something and not buy these. So,
I see the concern. I do, and I think you're
mhm,
right in that it really is high risk, high reward because this is a very different direction for Lego. They're
mhm,
really heavily leaning into uh, AR, yeah, augmented reality is what it is,
mhm.
and I think it's gonna pay off honestly because you have these really
I hope
excellent
so.
looking sets. You have this really fun, engaging aspect to them that gives the set a lot of additional play value. Everything transforms. I do kind of share your concern, though. I'm not super big on the art, not because it's bad. It's really excellent art.
No, it's great art. Yeah.
It's just a part of me is like, well, how does this work with consumer law? Like,
Exactly.
do you have to have what is in the box on the box, or can you get away with this? Like, is this permissible?
Yeah. Right. And it's so the artwork itself. I mean, like it looks. I mean, you could see kind of the Lego brick separations and stuff like that, but it could blend in with the road. So what's saying? Oh, the road isn't included, so I got ripped off. Oh, this little crack in the earth isn't included. I'm just looking at the one you have on screen. I
Mm-hmm.
got ripped off. So it worries me. It really does worry me, and especially the big part. Those ghosts are not included. Only the ghoul, I guess the ghoul versions of like the civilians are included. So like
Mm-hmm.
those workers are included.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I definitely see the concern. I all I know is that bus, as soon as I can, I'm gonna pick that up. I think it's a really cool looking
Bus.
set. Uh,
That one is cool. It's one of my least favorites of the line, but that's just because all the other sets are so good.
yeah, I mean, it's the whole theme has set a very high bar for a theme like this. It's very reminiscent of Monster Hunters, I find.
Yeah, which I loved
Mm-hmm.
so much. And we only got one wave of that, but I'm sure this will get more than one wave because they have an app going.
I'm confident it'll get more than one wave. However, I'm not ready to say that with absolute certainty yet. It's like we will see. But
But, I
do
mean,
you have a favorite of the theme that's
yeah, my
going to be
favorite, the diner.
the diner?
It's like a seafood restaurant. I don't know why they call it diner, but yeah, the diner's so good. Second favorite is the boat one, actually. Third favorite, probably the school. Uh, the only one I don't like out of all of them is the truck. There's like a truck. Like
Oh, really? You don't like truck?
yeah, it's like the red truck or something like that. That is just whatever. But I'm going to get it because now since I got all the other, not that I got, since I'm gonna get all the other sets, I gotta be a completionist and get that one. So
Of course. Yeah.
hopefully Lego sends me these early. That'd be
Yeah.
good.
I was just about to say, hey Lego, I'm about to be the ambassador for TTV. I'm super. Listen, I'm digging hidden side. I'm just saying, we could make something work here, please.
Well, yeah, we'll work it out. We could do like if they send it to both of us, we'll do like one. You'll do like a
We'll
big one. I'll do a
alternate.
smaller one. Yeah, we'll alternate. Yeah, got it.
I done something like that before, albeit a little more unintentionally. I've alternated reviews with someone else, and it was a lot of fun.
That is always good. That's how Jang and I usually work. I mean, like we don't. It's a unspoken law. I'll do the smaller ones. He does the bigger ones. That's it. It's
It's
a
like
trade off.
it's like Guardians. It's this unspoken thing. Only it's about reviews and not romance.
Exactly. Yeah.
um,
Exactly. You get it. Yeah.
but for anyone wondering, this is the diner. This is a preliminary shot of the back of the box. This is not an official final render. This was
Yeah. Which it ticks me off. Sorry to interrupt, but
oh no,
like the
go
only
ahead.
thing holding me back from my most wanted of summer 2019 video is that there's no official images of this out. We only have this and then images from Toy Fair,
Mm-hmm.
and this
Yeah,
is probably going to be number one on that list. So
yeah,
I need that. I
yeah.
have like a thing where I recently I've been like I need official the background on white pictures for all these sets.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I
Yeah.
just that's like the cleanest way to do it. But yeah.
I get you. Yeah. But
So
I'm sure we'll get them soon. Rumor has it, and this is unsubstantiated, so do not take this at face value. Rumor has it they're coming out on August 1st. I don't know if that's true.
I think that was in the press release. So I don't even think it's a rumor. I think it's
Fair
confirmed.
enough. Fair enough. I don't remember. It's been a while, so.
I see. I see. And one thing I don't like about this diner is that I've noticed this since the start was that there's no seafood included besides the crab on the logo, or not on the logo, but on the building.
Oh, you mean the shrimp?
Well, there's a shrimp, but there's also a crab if you see.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I see
Like
the shrimp.
seafood
The
pieces.
crab.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's weird, but yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we might get something. Well, given that this is preliminary, I don't know if we
Yeah,
can
I
say
hope you're
for
right.
sure yet, but I suspect there may be something more. I would hope so. It's a diner that
Dude, I
serves
hope you're
seafood.
right. And since this is one that we don't have official pictures of, I'm thinking it's a retail exclusive too. which just
Ooh.
proves my point. All the best sets are retail exclusives. Like Lego, usually the riskiest of sets they make a retail exclusive. So this is a risky one because kids apparently don't like play sets. So I think that's why they made this retail exclusive. Unless it's a big one. Usually they'll like a big play set and that's it. But this is like a medium-sized play set, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense that this would be an exclusive since you're right. We don't have the official images. Granted, the other images that we do have are pseudo-official. Like, they're official, but they're not high quality because Lego hasn't actually released the images yet. They're from retailers.
Yeah, it was from Amazon. I'll take that over, you know, the picture we got now. That's what I'm waiting for. You know, those are the pseudo official pictures, but
Yeah,
no sites have had it yet.
I know. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying. Oh gosh, there was a point I was going to make. It was about exclusives. Yeah, so this would be a very different direction for exclusives to go than what I'm accustomed to, because this is a pretty reasonably good set. It looks like they put a lot of time and effort into it. When Bionicle was releasing for the first series, 2001 to 2010, most exclusives that they released weren't great. They were they were either a kind of awkward set with some cool part recolors that had a lot of weird aspects to them. Like there are a couple from the Karzani, the aforementioned Karzani from Bricks and Bits.
Yeah, that one, the really rare one.
That was a store exclusive. And that had a bunch of recolors, but at the same time, the set was a little funky. It had some weird aspects to it. I did a review on it. It's bizarre. But
Yeah.
or sometimes they'd just be combo models that are released as sets. And this is kind of one of my die in the hill subjects, which I won't get into heavily now, but they're like, no, okay, we'll make this, we'll throw it as a store exclusive, hope you like it, kind of a deal. So
Yeah, I'm trying to see right now retail exclusives because I always say retail exclusives are great. But I know a few though, like the Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story exclusive. The Power Miners HQ was a retail exclusive. I really liked the Bacta tank set from Star Wars last year was a retail exclusive. I really liked. Usually, what happens is Lego does these like smaller playset builds as retail exclusives because, like I said, I think they're scared that like young boys won't buy a small playset, which I don't get. But
I don't know. I can't imagine that being the case, but at the same time, I'm not an expert on on Lego marketing.
Yeah, I see. I don't know. It's my speculation. Samurai X Cave was a retail exclusive. The City of Styx was a retail exclusive. Two Ninjago ones I really liked. Yeah.
That actually surprises me. I did not know that. Honestly, this is kind of the point of the LAN. This would be a good question to ask the LAN and the Lego Ambassador Network and get a response directly from a member of Lego there that you can then give to the community.
True. I might do that actually. I'm actually going to start asking. Hey, can you guys put like just a file of all these official images because I need them, please. Hit inside.
They're going to be like,
Yeah, I know they're going to say, "Oh, we can't reveal." Dang it.
Yeah,
but I'm like, it was on Amazon. The other ones, I just need this one. If you could just give me this one of the diner, I will be set for life. You don't have to. Give me anything else.
I'll never ask for anything ever again.
Yeah.
but
yeah, so
that makes a lot of sense. Now, is there anything else you'd like to say on the subject of Hidden Side?
No, I think they're all great. The minifigures are so cool, and the builds are so cool. It's rare to find a Lego theme nowadays with cool minifigures and cool builds. Usually, it's one or the other, but they did it. They did both. I'm happy.
I'll be honest. I've been a little hard on the minifigures.
Oh.
Just a little bit, and it's for a very dumb reason. So they're very good minifigures, like stylistically for this theme, they're just excellent. The reason that they've bothered me, or some of them have bothered me, is because I look at minifigures from themes now with the thought process of I'm going to use these pieces to make somebody as a sig fig.
That's the same way I look at it.
Okay, I feel like this is a more popular way of looking at minifigures nowadays. Like a lot of people just look at, all right, how can I use this part? But
Hmm.
like the two protagonists, for instance, I can basically use nothing from either of them. I only very recently figured, oh hey, I can probably use this white hoodie from the guy, but that's a maybe. That's not even a guarantee. It's a maybe I can use that white hoodie from the guy. But other than that, there are very, very few minifigures in this series I can use, and it's a very subjective reason for disliking certain minifigures from this. Others are
Hmm.
really good. Like there's the one guy from the train who has like this blue plaid and he's wearing a shirt with a banana on it.
Hmm.
That's really good print. I don't know what the banana is supposed to be a reference to. In the diner, Pizzaroni from the Lego Island games.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that
He's
was
in
another
there.
reason I love that. Yeah, I know. That's another reason I love that. I'm like, oh my gosh, because I liked Island Extreme Stunts, and I'm like, oh, it's a reference,
Oh,
you know.
was it Island Extreme? Okay, fair enough.
Well, there was Lego Island, and there was Lego Island Extreme Stunts, the theme. I was more attached to the theme than the original Lego Island games.
Okay,
But they'll
that's
have
fair.
Pepperoni, whatever his name is, Pepperoni, right? Yeah.
I haven't played either game, so I
Hmm.
need to get around to it. Um,
But like
but
I see it as I usually look at the minifigures and I either think who can I make as a sig fig or also how can we use this in our CMF drafts. Ash and Flash and I, who is in the chat. Shout out to Ash and Flash if he's still watching. I don't know if he is, but
hey man,
um,
hey man.
you know. So like, but also when I see stuff like this, when I just see such detailed minifigures that aren't licensed, I'm like, this makes me want to build. Like I've always wanted to build like a Lego City Mall, like Jang has done, or like a hotel or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
This makes me want to do it so badly because it's like putting all these different looking Lego minifigures with all these different hair pieces and everything. You know, it's so it almost makes me want to build mocks and stuff like that. So I'm really happy with how these minifigures came out personally.
hmm Um, very briefly, a correction, I believe. Pizzaroni is his name, not pepperoni. Pepperoni is
I
what
thought
goes
no,
on
it is
pizza.
pepperoni. You said pizzaroni. I think it is.
Oh, is it fudge? Gosh dang it! I keep on screwing it up. See, this goes to show you how unfamiliar I am with that that character.
Yeah, let's see. Yep, pepperoni. Okay, I was right because I doubted myself because you said pizza, and I'm like, wait,
Okay,
was that wrong?
fair enough.
And Asher Flash
Pepperoni.
is still here. Shout out to you. Go.
That's weird. Why wouldn't it be pizzaroni? Pepperoni is what goes on a pizza.
Well, his name's Pepper. His name would literally be Pizza. Which, funny enough, I knew somebody who was named Pizza, so I can't.
I'm sorry,
I
just the
did.
thought of somebody being named Pizza.
It's funny, yeah. Pizza. She's my friend. She does YouTube too. She's
I
she
don't
doesn't
know.
like. I don't think she likes when you call her Pizza. I think she
I
just goes by her
I
first
don't
name
think
now.
it's a bad thing. I think it's just kind of funny.
It's awesome. Yeah, I like saying, "Hey, Pizza, what's up?" You know.
No, that's great. But yeah,
So
no, I'm excited for it because it's an original theme. It's an original story driven theme.
yes,
Tommy Anderson, who works on the Ninjago series, is working on this. Um,
it's like finally, like it's been so long.
right? And so I'm particularly invested in that aspect of this. So
The first time was, I mean, the last time we had a story-driven original was Nexonites, right?
it was either Nexonites or Elves, one of those two, and I
Well,
wanna
no, it was Nexo because I think was it Elves 2015.
let me check. I'm on yeah Wikipedia right now. I do not like Wikipedia. Full disclosure.
Right.
Nexonites was 2016, and Elves was 2015. You were right.
Aha, I'm
There you go.
good.
There you go. They both ended the same year though,
Yeah, that is true.
which is such a darn shame.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like original story-driven themes, I was not fond of either too much. Like Nexo, I love the first wave. It's so funny. I love the first wave of Nexo, and then my interest just waned because to me, and I know this is controversial because a lot of people say with this Bionicle, and I don't feel this way with Bionicle, but to me, a lot of the Nexonites became very redundant, became more of the same in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Are the builds. And when you have the builds like that, it's just like I get kind of bored of it. like it was so cool seeing like there was like a knight mech in the first one, like the king's mech I think was in the first wave, and then we got like 15 more of these very similar knight mechs, and I was like, like the second year of, I think the first year in the summer they had the small knight mech for Robin, and then the second year they had 6 mech sets of like all the knights or whatever, and then I was like, I'm getting tired of this, guys. Like we gotta calm down a bit.
That's interesting. I loved the battle suits, like the tiny
Battle
mechs.
suits. I like, yeah, like I said, I liked like if they just made one, sure, but they made like 6 of them, and or was it 6 or was it 5?
5.
5. They made 5 of them, and it got very redundant for me. Like not it like releasing 5 at the same time made it less special to me, and it was like, I don't know.
I get you. I have a significant interest in them for a few reasons. First of all, I think the minifigures are particularly excellent, specifically for the tiny the mechs, the power suits, battle suits. I think they're really good minifigures, and I love the color schemes. Aaron has an excellent color scheme. It's my favorite.
That was the ones that they have the translucent, right?
No, it is not.
Which ones were the ones they? Oh, was that? Which one was the ones? The translucent ones were the small setups with the shield.
Those I think were just, oh gosh, what were they?
I swear they were the ultimate. Yeah, they were like little $10 setup sets. Like they have like a little stand. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, I never got those.
Really, I like those because I love those. Like, oh my gosh, like translucent ones of like all these pieces are crazy.
Yeah, I mean they look really good, but yeah, no, I mean with the battle suits, they appeal to me because they appeal to me in a similar sense to Bionicle, where they're all, some Bionicle sets fall under this category, some don't. So you have a clone set, and I don't know if you'd be too familiar with the concept of clone set coming from a system background, where that wasn't.
I'm curious. What do you mean by that?
So a clone set is something that you have a design. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll bring up an example. So a really Toanika. Let's go with that. So a clone set is it's a template. It's a template that gets iterated upon. However, some sets do not have enough iteration. So, for instance, I'm going to take a couple of Toanika as example. These are sets released in 2006. So the starter.
What's kind of Discord or the?
Yeah, I'm doing both. So.
Okay.
This is Toa Enika Hali, released in 2006 during the summer. This is what is traditionally called a Toa Enika build. And this is because this is where this building style debuted with the Toa Enika. That is its own set. This is a set released alongside it. This is Toa Matoro. Notice how there are very, very few differences. The primary differences being the color, the weapon, and the mask. Those are the main things. Now, obviously,
so those are clones of one another.
Yeah, they are one template that is iterated upon, but not enough to give you a substantially different building experience. So in the Bionicle community, that's what is considered a clone set.
Interesting. So those were the only 2 similar, or was it the whole wave?
It was all the Toa Enika. So that would be 6 whole sets that were similar to that extent. And then in 2000,
so that was like the battle armor.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, though. This is one example. This goes all the way back to, I want to say, 2004. You can make an argument for 2001. It's not as strong as later years.
Weren't the ball Bionicle, I had these.
The Borak, yes. Okay, no, what am I saying? That's an excellent example. It's an even better example than the Enika. The Borak, which were released in 2002, are the premier. They're wonderful sets. They are the poster boys for clone sets.
That was the thing. Like I got like 1 or 2. They were so similar. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you get one, you essentially have them all, because there's no difference in the experience. All you're getting is a different collectible, the different shield pieces, and the parts in entirely different colors.
Yeah.
So Now that to me appeals to my collector self. Like as a Bionicle fan, one of the things you really are incentivized to do is collect. Gotta catch them all, which is very intentional. Bionicle was directly intended to go up against Pokemon.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And so to me that appeals because I can collect them all and have them all in a row and they look very nice and aesthetically pleasing. I obviously have a preference to unique building experiences, so when these battle suits came out, they're all based off of a template, however they have iteration to them. There are slight subtle differences that give them this unique feeling. Aaron has this larger shield. Battlesuit Axel is taller and has a more bulky infrastructure. Lance has skates, and so on.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So
that makes sense. I mean, I never heard the term clone sets, clone builds or whatnot. When use that now. That's awesome.
Yeah, it makes sense that you haven't heard that before because I don't think you have. Like, this is the first real system example of that I'm aware of. Maybe with the exception of the Ultimate sets.
We could probably go like spinners maybe for Ninjago.
That's arguable. Yeah, I could see that.
Spinners. Every time they do one of those, I call it the gimmick toy. Like the flyers, the spinners, the whatever. I don't even know what's the one this. What is the one this season? It's like Ultimate Spinners or something. I don't freaking know.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not too sure either. It's like I know story wise, it's like Forbidden Spinjitzu. But I don't know if that translates.
Sorry, Spinjitzu Slam. That's what it is.
There you go. That's it.
So, yep.
It's fascinating stuff. It's really fascinating.
For sure. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. There you go.
Okay, in that case, down for some questions.
Okay. All right.
Okay, excellent. In that case, I'm going to open things up for questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the YouTube live chat. And we'll go ahead and get that started. Gosh, I had a question for you, but I totally forgot what the heck it was.
Oh, no.
Endgame.
Oh, yeah. What about it?
Endgame. Well, what did you think of it?
I liked it very much. I mean, it was a big fan movie, but I think it made sense in the context of the story. Is it the best one out there? No, I think Infinity War was better, but I still really like how this one came out. I mean, I got super emotional a billion times during this movie, just various parts throughout, even parts where I probably wasn't supposed to be emotional, but yeah, because I remember seeing Iron Man 1 twice in theaters, and I've seen every MCU movie in theaters besides Thor 1, so this was so many years in the making.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Oh, I thought it was amazing. You're absolutely right. It was definitely fan servicey. I could absolutely excuse that because it's exactly what it needed to be to cap things off, I feel.
I have a question for you, actually. What do you think of the Avengers buildable figures construction back in the day?
So I actually only own one of them. I have the best one, which is Iron Man.
Yeah, that's the most expensive too, right?
I got it at retail. So I got it last year at Brick Fair for retail.
Really? I swear that one is like Iron Man buildable figure. I'm trying to see how much it was. Show results from all sellers. Come on.
I'm pretty sure it was the same price.
That is, if you got it at retail, you got a steal.
Yeah, no, I got it at retail.
Wow. Yeah, the one I just saw right now was listed for $100.
For how much?
$130.
Now,
buy it now for $104.
Is that sealed? Is that with the container instructions and so on?
Sealed.
Yeah, okay, there you go. I don't have it sealed. I have it actually out and built, and I have the set and the instructions.
Oh, okay, I was about to say. That still goes for a good 50, so you still got a good deal.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I will not be keeping it. But
there you go.
I don't know. I thought they were fine from what I saw. Well, no, I thought they were bad as far as an adaptation is concerned. I thought they were absolutely miserable. As far as construction sets, they obviously added a lot to the parts pool, but outside of that, I didn't think they were very good.
Do you miss the Star Wars ones?
No. No, I do not. I am not super big into Star Wars. The few that I got are really good. Grievous is arguably one of the best construction figures, period.
Really?
Arguably. I don't know if I would make that argument, but there's an argument out there for it. But I didn't. I only got them primarily as gifts. So outside of that, no.
Oh, I see. I see.
I don't miss them too much. I didn't actively buy them.
I understand.
So, okay, let's get into some questions. Some question-ronies. No, that didn't work. All right, Retro Zaid asks, what video game series would you want to have a Lego theme? Personally, I would...
Mario.
Gosh dang.
Right. Sorry to cut you off, but Mario, Nintendo in general, specifically Mario, but like throw in a few Legend of Zelda, I mean, they would never do a Smash Bros. Set because that's like a billion different licenses, but if they just got a blanket license like they did with Marvel superheroes and DC, get it for Nintendo and just do like a World of Nintendo theme, which is what competitor, I think Jack's Pacific has. They have a World of Nintendo theme and they just release all these different figurines from different Nintendo themes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, heck, I mean, they're awfully close. They've got Sonic, which I understand is not Nintendo. Mm-hmm. However, they have a lot of crossover, so
yeah,
I could see him doing it. I could see him one day doing that. I think it's just a matter of who has the license right now.
And I'm just saying, there has not been Mario sets from Connects. Connects had the license. I think there hasn't been any this year. Is it a sign?
Big thinky.
Yeah, I'm actually researching right now. I'm like, because the other day I'm like, when was the last time we got? Yeah, look. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna make a conspiracy video right now. Look, I searched up Connects Mario. Page not found. The license is done. Dun, 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 dun,
interesting.
I'm telling you, 2020. They have They have 2 open spaces in 2020 for Lego minifigure series because they do 1 numbered series per year. So we'll get a series 20, don't worry. But what else will there be?
Mm-hmm.
What minifigure series do you think they're going to do in 2020? I mean, come on. What could they do? Disney 3, which I guess, but the last time it took them 3 years. Disney 1 and Disney 2.
I could see them doing another Disney series. Well, let's think. I don't like that. What movies are coming out this year?
Next year, I don't know, Minions.
Don't you dare!
Would they do like a? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want that, but a Despicable Me mini.
Wait a
series,
second.
They would do that.
What are we talking about? They just announced that they have the DreamWorks license.
You think they would do a DreamWorks series? I don't think they'll do a DreamWorks series.
I'm not. I wouldn't go as far as to say they would, or I think they would absolutely, but I wouldn't cross it out. I wouldn't necessarily say that they would not.
I don't know. I think that's like 10% likely because DreamWorks as a property is not really advertised like Disney as a property is. That's something where you see millions of blind bags, millions of toy lines just about Disney, the world of Disney. DreamWorks, I could think of DreamWorks kart racing, maybe some specials on Netflix. But usually they license out specific properties. So you'll have Shrek, you'll have Trolls, you'll have separate toy lines, but never one of, here's the wonderful world of DreamWorks.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
You know? And what, like, do kids really want, like, a Madagascar figure or something now when there's no movies out? Mario and Nintendo, you have billions of toy lines, and Nintendo's almost like a property like Disney and Lego, where it's just something that's enjoyed by all ages, and all the characters are just beloved. Mm-hmm. So it's my only hope. But,
do you think they might do a Marvel minifigure?
I would love, but people say there's licensing problems there. That like some other company has a license to make Marvel figurines, and that's why Lego can't release any sets of just a figure unless it's a promotion that they don't sell. Have you ever noticed this?
Yeah. Minifigure packs.
The minifigure. Well, they have the minifigure pack for Far From Home. If you're referring to that one.
No, I'm talking about. You remember that one from Infinity War with like?
Oh, well, that one they didn't sell. That was a promotion.
What?
It was only available with what, $75 or more, $100 or more at Lego store purchases. So they can't sell it. They can make it a promotional set because they have lots of minifigure, just like polybags are just one minifigure, but they never sell those as Marvel. They sell them as, or they don't sell them. They make them a promotion. Oh, spend this much and we'll give you this free giveaway promo.
Dang,
Maybe
no,
I'm
you're right.
I
I had to look that up. It's like, oh gosh, I swear I heard it was sold somewhere. Nope, you were entirely correct. It's promo.
They do, but they do have a Spider-Man Far From Home minifigure pack coming out. But if you see it, it has all these builds to it. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
I have, and I think it's actually
Yeah.
okay. It kind of perplexes me. Like they have the build, that's fine. We're getting Ned, that's great. We're getting Maria Hill, whatever. Why are we getting another Spider-Man that's still in his original Homecoming suit and not the new one that's red and black?
Right? I want the red and black one, but thankfully, I don't know if you've seen, there is a extra head in there, and it's a new face of
Yeah.
his mask half off. So
I did see
I'll
that. I
take
thought that was cool, but I still
because now we have the stages of him taking off his mask. Because there's that other set Rialto Bridge that has like the cap of the mask. So this
Yeah.
one's a midway. So I
Yeah.
don't mind.
Nah, I think it works. Full disclosure, I like the original Homecoming suit. It's my favorite iteration of that design. That being said, I don't understand why they just put another one in when they could. That's a really great opportunity to put the new suit in, especially when we don't have it yet.
I agree. Yeah, I do agree with that. I don't know if that suit though. Is there Funko Pops of it and stuff?
Let me check.
Because if there isn't, I think they consider it a spoiler because I don't know. Did the suit appear in the trailers? Because I know
Yes.
I remember I only saw that suit through like leaked set photos.
Yeah, no, it's in the trailers. Pretty.
Oh, it is in the trailer. Then yeah,
Pretty
then that is
prominent.
weird. Because I was expecting it to be. They didn't want to make it because it's what they consider a spoiler, like character figure. So Marvel usually holds off on certain stuff until like a later wave.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes sense. And yeah, there are Funko Pops of his new suit, or at least there is one.
Oh, okay, then there you go. Then I don't know. That is weird. Then they didn't make it.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it eventually.
Yeah, I could see them making more Endgame sets. Honestly, like later in the year.
Oh yeah. Oh, I would surprise me if they did not. Honestly.
Because like they they have a November slot to fill. Because like last year, if you remember, they had those Spider-Man sets, which were like the first new Marvel sets. And I don't know if they're going to do Spider-Man again because they had so much Spider-Man this year. So it would be a cool opportunity to get like more spoiler characters.
Yeah. No, I agree. That'd be nice. But
Yep.
okay, let's move on. Lego Pete 3. We don't know what happened to the first two. Asks, what's the next CMF series?
Well, it's gonna be. I don't want to say it flat out because I like
fine,
having
no.
surprises.
Of course.
It's gonna be a property that I really love that will tie in with an upcoming movie that we do have sets for.
Finally,
give
the
it
Lego Bionicles CMF draft. Thank you,
Yes,
Justin.
it's coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because the Bionicle movie's coming out soon. We're
Wait,
hyped.
no. The BioCraft CMF
That's
series,
it.
of course.
Dang it. Okay, you gotta delete this one part because you just revealed it to the world.
Okay, all right. I'll cut it out. And audience, you did not hear that. This is
They
an
did not hear
exclusive
that.
scoop that you have. I
Exclusive.
sign this NDA.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. Dang it.
All right, but yeah. So there you go. That's your teaser, everyone. But he's not gonna say because you gotta have surprises. I agree with this. All right. Next question is from a pretty cool guy. I'm gonna admit, Ashen Flash, who asks, "What was your favorite CMF draft to work on?"
Favorite to work on. Well, I do all the artwork. No, I'm kidding. I don't do all the artwork. So for me, it's just like writing down the figures and stuff. To work on though, it's a hard one. I mean, I have a lot of favorites that I liked the final result of like seeing them come true. Like I like the Pokemon one we did recently because it was crazy seeing Pokemon come to life in Lego form. The Nicktoons one I always really liked, which was our first one.
Mm-hmm.
But to work on, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Really got to look back for that one. I think the Mario series was really fun to work. Thinking of accessories for all of these, like I think the Spider-Verse series was pretty fun to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, because it's fun thinking up, hey, what accessories can we use here? Which hair pieces can we use that are existing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one. Disney Series 2 was kind of fun to work on.
That was what I wanted to talk about earlier, actually, because I was shocked, legitimately shocked, how close that second Disney CMF video was to the actual second Disney CMF series.
I appreciate that. I think we got 9 or 10 out of 18 right, which was crazy.
Mm-hmm. It was amazingly close, and obviously my good friend Meso, he was stoked that we got a Jack Skellington minifigure. He was just floored.
Yeah, that was a very logical one, but like I was amazed we didn't even get him in Series 1. It's so popular.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some surprises, like not including Goofy in this new series. That we thought they'd at least include Goofy.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Now I agree. Yeah. That is a bit surprising, but I think that how did they not include Goofy? But we have Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale,
right?
What?
Right, Chip and Dale. Well, for me, like I would say, even more obscure, like Sally from like Nightmare Before Christmas. I get that they're doing pairs here, but come on,
Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from, and even then, the minifigures and all that. It's not that.
A lot of people say I like the minifigure of, but I didn't. Her inclusion is just kind of like, out of all Disney characters, also them doing. Wow, I can't believe I forgot her name. Edna Mode. Because we got that crappy polybag, which I understand.
Right?
But like even then, like they like the only Pixar characters we got this series were Frozone and Edna Mode, which Frozone made sense because he wasn't in the regular sets, I guess Edna Mode wasn't. But like I don't like this Edna Mode figure that much because it looks weird. Like
no, I think it's a massive improvement.
Really. I mean, I don't know if the old one's better. I don't know if she's a character. The one they did in the Incredibles game was perfect because what they did was those eyes were magnifying glass, basically magnifying glass. So like, it was a clear piece. Even if you made a clear piece, I think it would work.
Let me show you. Have you seen the old Edna Mode in a while?
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks bad too. It's
terrible. I think the new one.
Both of them look. I think both of them look bad though, in my opinion. Like I said, the one in the video game I liked because it was a clear piece for the glasses. The new one I don't like is that the eyes are printed on the glasses, the pupils, and it makes it look really weird in proportions. I don't know why, but just for me. But I get it. Frozone was a really cool inclusion because he wasn't in the sets. But I feel like Goofy should have been over a lot of these characters. Like, Chip and Dale, even though I love them, I think he should have been in there over them.
Yeah.
It's very limited space.
Like, imagine, instead of Chip and Dale, Goofy and Max.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Because I love a Goofy movie, which Max was prominent.
Yeah, I just think that, I don't know. It's a little weird, but what really took me aback, was seeing how close those two lists were. It was impressive, legitimately.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay, next question from Sakota. By the way, Sakota, I added you. I haven't told you yet. I've added you on Overwatch. You gotta accept my friend request. Sakota's awesome. Sakota asks, Justin, I totally believe you look like a mantis, but who is the guy reflected in your Lego pieces who films your reviews? Do you have an assistant?
Obviously, it's actually Ross, Michael MGF. He'll film all my reviews. He looks like that, like how that reflection looks. That's how
That makes
That's
a lot of
it,
sense.
And then I'll just do the dub,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I completely buy this. This is 100% accurate. I've done this before. And even to protect the identity of my assistant, like when I was doing the 2016 collectible mask video, I had a little
Mhm.
LJ Miru sensor to protect his identity.
Oh shoot! There you go. You had to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, Lego Pete 3 asks, why have you said you look like a Xander from Freemaker Adventures in the past?
Oh, that's my human disguise.
Ah!
So I do have a human form, but the reason I do the human form is to stay in public. Obviously being so popular, all the people will
Of
drown
course.
me in autographs. So I
Of
have to have a
course.
human disguise. So that's why I don't show that.
That
Yeah,
makes perfect sense.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
So that's it.
that's why you can't go to Brick Fair. Or if you
That
went to
is
Brick
true. Yeah,
Fair, you'd just have to use your human disguise, and no one would recognize you.
that is true. But I want to do a panel stuff. It's like it's a conundrum.
Yeah, no, I get you. What you can always do, you can just do a normal panel as just some random guy, and then at the very end, be like, "I am just too good," and then bow, bow, bow. No.
Yeah. Woo! Or honestly, people will be like, "Who?"
Oh boy. Next question is a sinful question, I would argue, from Brother W, who asks, "Just too good. Are you aware of the fact that self-mocks are biomechanical personas? Also, how was your day?"
What? Wait, what was the first one? Biomechanical. Wait, what?
So, in the Bionicle community, it's a very popular thing to make yourself as a Bionicle character. Like, you basically just make a mock
Mhm.
of what you would look like in the Bionicle universe. What,
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't know that was a thing. Self mock.
oh, yeah, it's like a sig fig, but a Bionicle version
Yeah,
of that.
I think I've seen one of you. Right? Am I mistaken to say that? Do you have one?
Yeah, I have one. You probably have seen it. I don't post
Yeah,
it very often because I don't mock a lot. Um,
yeah, I've seen it. I've seen
but we're gonna go on a definite no on the Persona venture
it.
there because not many people identify with it and walk around just as it. So
That's a good point. That's actually a good point.
yeah. The other question was, how was your day?
I mean, I just woke up. The day is just starting.
Fair enough. Oh, it's a good way to start the day then.
For sure. Starting the day the LJ way.
Oh dang, I like that. I like that one. All right. Not it asks, does Mega Bloks still have the license? And I don't know what the license is referring to.
Probably Mario, but no, Mega Bloks never had the Mario light. No.
Fair enough. Okay. Lego Pete 3. Okay, so this question isn't necessarily for you, so it's for Ash and Flash. So I'll leave that one there. Oh gosh. No, wait. The chat, it's going so fast. All right. Okay, perfect. Takunuva asks, not to flex, but I just got 49 diamonds in Minecraft. What do you think about that?
I don't really play Minecraft. Is that like hard to get?
Of
I
course
know.
that's
I'm
hard to
sorry.
get. That's amazing. It's immaculate. How it just celebrated 10 years yesterday. How
I know.
you
I
gotta
know.
you gotta play some Minecraft.
I played it once and it was fun, but like I'm like if I get into this, I'll put too much time into it. So,
No, okay, that's a fair one. That's reasonable. Darn it.
you I'm like
Okay.
once I was doing Fortnite, I was playing it for hours and hours. So.
Yeah. But Minecraft's a good game. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good argument. It's funny. I was having somebody was saying you gotta play Minecraft the other day, and they said that same exact thing. I was like, okay, so why should I play Minecraft? They're like, well, Minecraft is a good game and Fortnite is bad. Like, you won me over. But yeah.
They have aspects that are similar, but they're very different.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think Fortnite's just the evolution in a way because it's like, okay, when a lot of younger people played Minecraft, and a lot of older people still play Minecraft and stuff like that. But for a lot of those younger kids, as they grew up, they're like, oh, now we're gonna add weapons to this, and there's Fortnite. So.
Yeah. Nah, I think an argument could be made. Next
Yeah.
question from Tesla Effect asks, just too good, have you ever eaten a mangosteen?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Justin, look at my logo.
Oh, that's what that is?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, my whole life I'm like, what is that? You know, I love the beginning where it drops and it's like, I'm like, that's amazing. I'm like, but what is that?
Yeah,
like,
no.
What does? There you go.
Here, I'll send you a picture, and I guess I'll put this up on screen as well. So, my logo, this was designed by Zeros, a good friend of mine, who is absolutely not only one of the kindest people I know, but super skilled. This is a mangosteen, which is my signature fruit. It is a fruit, and it is made out of an L and a J. So if you look at it, that's what the swishes are.
Wow.
To everyone that is unfamiliar, this is a mangosteen. This is what it actually looks like. It's a real, tangible fruit.
It all makes sense now. Thank you. It all literally makes sense.
Excellent. Hey, Justin. If you go to Brick Fair, I'm gonna have a lot of mangosteen there.
Really? All right. I'm gonna have to try it. That's it.
I'm gonna have to give him to Ryan. Like, if he's gonna.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Taste testing. Yeah.
Depending on what he says about Biotical on any given day, I might either hand it to him or throw it at him. We'll see.
Oh, LJ.
All right, so Happy Brick asks, what do you think of a Lego theme that could logically be expanded? So, for instance, in my opinion, he writes, it's Marvel. We are missing so many characters and locations from the comics.
Yeah, I mean, and even sets from movies and stuff. But, I mean, yeah, I think that a lot of people want every Lego theme to be like Ninjago or Star Wars level, but unfortunately, Star Wars is a license that they like keeping premium. So, like, they put so many sets out there to keep the idea that this is a premium license. This is the big thing. It's a very interesting marketing technique. And Marvel isn't on that level, unfortunately. That's where we're at.
Yeah. No, I agree. Let me see. Here, there is another question here from Toby Ecozap, who asks, how was your yesterday?
My yesterday? I don't remember. What did I do yesterday? I didn't do much, but it was fine, I guess.
Fair enough. All right. Tesla Effect asks, just too good, what are your thoughts on Lego themes that had insect figures such as Insectoids and Galaxy Squad?
Galaxy Squad I really liked. It was gone too soon. Insectoids is okay. You know, I have like one or two sets from there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
About to say, is it like, you ever look at it and be like, oh gosh, I can't believe Lego is making a theme about my family. They didn't even contact us.
It's representation in the toy, you know.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right, next question is from Takuanuva, who asks, what do you think about the new Minecraft update? And since someone here is about as cultured as fresh milk, the only other person here who is cultured like a fine, bitter...
Mangosteen.
I was going to say cream cheese, but... wait, no, what's that one cheese? It's like very...
I'm trying to take your thing, man.
It's like, it's bumpy. It's, oh gosh. What is that one? It's that one cheese. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese.
There
we go. That's how cultured I am. I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful update. It's really cool. I'm very excited to, from a Biocraft perspective, get a little elbow grease, rocking and rolling. Yeah, there's some cool stuff I can mess with. So I like it. Let me see here. This is an important question. This will decide the rest of our friendship. Tesla Effect asks, just too good, what are your thoughts on The Last Jedi?
Oh man. I liked it.
Friendship over. Good to know. See you later.
That's it.
See you never. No, okay.
You weren't a fan?
You're on the blacklist now. No,
Dang.
please continue.
Yeah. No, I thought it was like a 7 out of 10 movie. It wasn't the best thing, but I enjoyed it.
All All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, unfair enough is what I should be saying.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, Dinosaur Planet asks, what is your favorite Kanohi?
What?
Yeah, that's about the answer I expected. Kanohi is a item in Bionicle. It is a mask. It's generally what the characters wear.
Oh, so that's like a mask, the mask that they used.
Yep, it's the Mask of Power. So, for instance, you know what? You know that mask I carry around with me?
Yeah, of course. That's a Kanohi.
Yep, that is a Kanohi. It is called the Miru, the Kanohi of flight or levitation, not flight, levitation.
Well, I'm looking right now. Let's see. I'm going back in the past.
There are a lot of them. So if you don't want to answer this, that's fine. We can look through this another
I'm looking
time.
back here. You know the Bionicle Warriors 2003? I'm on Brickset right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Warriors is often... It's an official term. It's not often used community-wise as far as I've seen.
Interesting. Yeah, well, that was the year I stopped buying Bionicle. Yeah. I had the first few.
Well, it's not a bad year to drop off.
Yeah.
A lot of good ones after that, but
the first one. sorry. But the Toa Mata, am I saying that right? So that's the first year, 2001, right?
Yep.
That was the year I was most prominent in, and then to another extent, the ball people, the Borok.
Yeah, 2002.
So those first 2 years were amazing to me, and my favorite was either Gali or Tapu in terms of the mask.
So you'd be either Cow or How. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I had all of them except the Unau one.
Onua.
Onua. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I get that. My mask is from Liwa, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
That one I liked a lot too. So yeah.
It's got a smile.
Yeah, that is true. I never saw it that way, but I remember I liked the Pohatu. I like how he had a boulder. I thought that was really cool. But yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's a really cool one.
Yeah.
All right. Happy Brick asks, would you rather have Lego dinosaurs be brick built or molds like how they are right now?
I think the molds are fine.
Oh, you're fine with them.
But we're getting both because there's like a dino robot.
Yeah, no, we are getting that. I've talked on that. I offered a fix for that because I'm not super big on that set. Just the ball is in in the Lego group's court now. It's in their court.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. So
fair.
I like them. Few pieces, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cubic asks favorite Kremet comment. I'm not sure what this is in reference to. And
favorite what?
Kremet. Kremet.
Kremet. I don't know. I don't like a lot of his comments. He's just a guy who's trying to get hearted on my comment section for a few.
Got it. All right, and then your thoughts on Tuyet. You don't know who Tuyet is. It's a Bionicle character, so.
Oh, yeah, I have no thoughts there.
For the record, everyone, it's a bad Bionicle character. Anyway.
The bad one.
Retrozade asks, question for mostly LJ. How would you feel about a Bionicle fighting game, and how would you like it to look? I think a Bionicle fighting game would be a ton of fun. We kind of sort of had one, and it was kind of mixed. I would probably like it to look a little bit like Smash, because I think that's an easily digestible format. And I think that'd be
I want a Lego fighting game. That'd be cool.
Who would you have? Who would you main from a Lego fighting game? Who would be your primary?
No, dude, Johnny Thunder probably.
That makes a lot of sense.
That'd be so dope, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right. Lego David asks, my question, why did you disrespectfully pretend that you were sleeping when you got at the Bionicle page in the Looking Through a 2008 catalog with Ash and Flash?
What?
Well, why were you disrespectfully pretending to be asleep when you got to the Bionicle page?
Oh, yeah, well, because that was the era of a Bionicle I was not into. So yeah, I probably didn't pay it much respect. I don't even remember that.
Mm-hmm. That's
That
about
was what
right.
was that
Nope.
something with a G?
Nope. That was '09. You're
Oh
probably
nine.
so. Which year of '08? Which half of
It
'08
was
was it?
probably
Early?
I don't remember, dude. It was probably the beginning of '08. I think it was the beginning of '08.
If it
So
was
it
the
might have been
beginning,
2007. Oh,
well, if it was the beginning of '08, then it was the Fantoka. So.
that was probably it. Yeah. Those. I mean, look. I think I wasn't into Bionicle much then, but I was not a fan of that era, especially like I was like these do not appeal to me. They look. I don't know. Maybe
That's
I'm
all right. You're not alone in this. They were a little controversial in the Bionicle community as well. So.
yeah. There was something different about them that I just
Mm-hmm.
you know.
It's like
Same with the 2009 ones.
the sets were mostly fine from the '08 wave, but the problem is that 6 of them from the year total were intended to be adaptions of prior characters, and they sucked. They were awful adaptions. They did nothing good as far as bringing any design elements from the prior sets over. They're fine. They're average sets. They're
Mhm.
just absolutely miserable adaptions.
Dang. Yeah.
So, but I totally understand. Tesla Effect asks, if you could have any Lego set that you don't have, which would it be?
I don't have. I don't know. There's a few. It's coming off the Grand Emporium, Haunted House, probably more. The monorail set, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Fair enough. All right. Tesla Effect asks, least favorite set and most favorite set.
Least favorite set. That's a hard one. Most favorite set: The Simpsons house with Quickie Mart.
Fair enough. All right. Toby Ekazap asks, just too good, and LJ, if you could have one theme back for one line of a few sets, what would it be and why? It's a good question.
One line for a few sets. Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's reasonable.
For an unlicensed theme, Adventurers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't have a licensed theme that I can think of, but as far as a unlicensed theme, I would actually say Exoforce. You'd expect I'd say Bionicle, but I would not say Bionicle. I would say Exoforce.
I see. That was a good one.
Oh, I love Exoforce. It's so cool.
Yeah. I wish I got more of it, but yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Of course, of course.
Tesla Effect asks, just too good, have you ever bought a Lepin set?
Lepin?
Yeah,
Nope,
knockoff
I would
Lego.
not buy that. Yeah, I would not buy that.
All right.
I don't plan on buying it either. Well, I guess I can't now.
I was about to say, like, Kim is listening in. He's passed the test. Well played.
Yeah, I have no, I have no desire to support them or well, yeah. That's just I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, no, I get you. Lord Azin asks, has Justin seen Brickonicle? I doubt it.
Brickonicle? What is that about?
It's a TTV project. It's like if TTV were to pitch a system Bionicle theme to Lego, how would they do it?
Brickonicle. I'll check it out. Yeah. Very interesting stuff.
No,
I gotta catch up on the
don't do
TTV.
Don't do it.
Oh no.
Trust me, there's a lot there. If it ever gets redone, it would be better to look at that as opposed to what's already there because it's like 10 hours of content.
I'm looking at it now. I think I've seen. If they're the LDDs, are these yours guys'? The LDD ones?
If it's LDD, it's Sakota. Sakota is absolutely immaculate when it comes to making those models. He's done an amazing job with making the concepts.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. All right, Cupic asks, favorite song?
Favorite what?
Song.
I have a few. Let's think. Holland 1945 by Neutral Milk Hotel. No Children by the Mountain Goat. Shelter by Porter Robinson. Take on Me by Aha.
Aha.
Probably a lot more. Yeah, Aha, literally. There's definitely a lot more that I can't even think of. I love music.
Okay.
And that's just real music, I I mean, I'm not saying video game music isn't fake music, but like video game music is a whole nother thing. Just
Yeah. Yeah, that's an entirely different genre. So I get where you're coming at. All right, fair enough. Lego Pete 3 asks, "Are you excited for the rumored new Lego Star Wars game?"
Not really. I'm done with Lego games. Lego Dimensions was just that really ticked me off. I did not like what happened there.
I do recommend Lego Worlds though.
Lego Worlds. I tried Lego Worlds. I couldn't get into it. I think it's very Minecrafty, you know.
I mean, it is. That's why I recommend it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eye of the Wolf Productions asks, "Dream Hollywood cast for a Lego Bionicle movie for the Minogue story." So you want to have this frame of reference. Minogue is a Bionicle game that came out in 2001. It was episodic, monthly. It basically kickstarted the franchise in a sense. See, I'm a wolf. I don't know a lot of Hollywood actors that I would cast in those roles. I only know who I'd cast as Liwa. Me. All right.
Oh, you got cut out. You got cut out. I didn't get to hear.
Did I? Cast. Oh, no. Me.
Oh, you.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's it.
There you go.
Just me.
Yep.
I only see one person as Liwa, and it's a super conceited standpoint. It's entirely self-absorbed, but I think it unironically. That's how I've always imagined how Liwa sounds.
Yeah.
All right. Captain Kiyomo asks, "Any more long-form discussions on obscure topics coming up on Bricks and Bits instead of constant news? That's the good stuff." Also, LJ for the show.
Oh shoot. Well, I hope so. I mean, when we have Brickstar on, he's the obscure man.
Brickstar's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. He knows. I mean, I like weird Lego, but he's more into it, even more into it than I am. We're both Fabuland bros, you know.
Oh gosh, fabulous. I'm glad you brought that up. So, the Lego Movie 2, huh?
Yeah. The Fabuland dogs are dragging their butts on the floor. Like,
I'm talking about the Fabuland slaves.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they were. Okay, they were. Yeah, in that scene. I mean, which doesn't make. I have no idea how that makes context, knowing what happens in the Lego Movie 2. Can we spoil it or whatever? You know?
Listen, the movie's been out. It's on DVD. It's on Blu-ray. If you haven't seen the Lego Movie 2, we're gonna spoil it just a little bit. I highly recommend you watch it, but it's been out for a while, so we're good.
Yep, we're getting there. We're getting there with 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So if Queen Whatever wasn't evil, then what was going on there?
Right. The movie totally condones it. The movie 100% exonerates the Fabuland slavery.
Right. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah.
I saw that in theaters, and I'm going, mental note, bring this up next time Justin is on. This is amazing.
It is, dude.
Oh gosh.
But yeah. Yeah, so that was pretty epic, but yeah.
All right, Lego David asks, we're coming to a close here. Do you think there are way too many licensed themes over original themes?
Way too many? I mean, no, because I'll be honest, I don't think unlicensed themes nowadays would sell as well as a licensed theme. I mean, let's be real. Like, I think that a lot of the recent unlicensed themes have been one and done. Like, there was like a Pirates line for like a year in 2015 that's gone. I mean, what else was there? Nexo 3 years wasn't really that successful, unfortunately. I think with Nexo they should have done the TV show on Cartoon Network, because what happened? I think they had like a season on Cartoon Network, and then like it went to Netflix or something.
No, I think it was pretty much all on Cartoon Network, at least as far as I'm
aware. What I heard, I don't know. From what I heard, I thought it was like one season on Cartoon Network. Maybe I'm wrong, but either way, didn't catch on. That's even worse if it didn't catch on with the TV show.
Yeah, no, that is especially bad.
So can we blame Lego for like not doing unlicensed themes? I mean, they're not catching on. I mean, they're a business too, and if they're doing great licensed sets, I don't mind, and I think for the most part they are. But personally, seeing something like Hidden Side makes me very happy, because I do have a soft spot for unlicensed themes as well. Mm-hmm. So and Ninjago is always doing amazing, so that's good. But
that is true. Yeah. No, Ninjaga's always doing well. I have a pitch. Like, in my head, I know exactly how I'd pitch something like a return for Bionicle. But as far as it's hard sell because especially with the last revival of sorts, it didn't do all that great, even though Lego's Twitter would have you think otherwise. But you're right. Lego original themes are on they're on a cycle. They rotate. They'll be in, last a little bit, then they go. But licensed things generally last quite a substantial amount of time.
Wait, so you said Lego's Twitter thinks otherwise? What happened there?
Oh, so it's memed in the Bionicle community. Someone asked Lego after Bionicle Generation 2 ended, how did it sell? And keep in mind, Bionicle Generation 2 lasted 4 total waves.
I know, it got cut. Because, like, wasn't there, like, a third one, like, third year plan, and then, like...
Yeah, like, they always plan these things out to 3 years, so it got cut before the full actualization of the theme. So there's, like, a lot of stuff that ended up not happening. And
I think you were the one who said on the last show or something like that they just, Lego didn't really market it. Like, the way they marketed it and everything like that was kind of, like, detrimental to how it succeeded or something.
The marketing was complete trash.
So that's, yeah.
But yeah, so the meme is, the thing is someone asked them on Twitter, hey, how did Bionicle Generation 2 sell? And the Lego Twitter account replied, it sold well. Well, Lego Twitter account, if it sold well, I don't think it would have been cut a full year early, would it?
Exactly. I could see that ticking off a lot of fans.
Oh, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, Captain Kimo asks, any set that you want, you think... any set you want that would be nearly impossible to obtain?
That would be nearly impossible. Like a real set or a fake set?
I'm going to go with real in this instance.
Well, yeah. The Monsters, Fighters, Haunted House, Grand Emporium, the Monorail.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Those go for such pricey amounts.
Tesla Effect asks, just too good, will you review Lego Boost that Lego sent you? Tisk, tisk.
That is one of my biggest regrets.
Tisk.
That and the Ninjago wave of last summer, I did not review, and I learned something that day. I was like, I bit off too much to chew.
Mm-hmm.
Chew off too much to chew, too big to chew. I don't know how that
you bit off more than you could chew.
That's it. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got that for free. But I did do a video of it. I did unbox. Okay. The bare minimum, but I did it. So, yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Let me see here. Now we'll do a quick lightning round, and we'll try and wrap this up pretty soon. Lego David asks, favorite Lego-related song?
Lego-related song? I don't know. Everything is awesome.
Fair enough. Niels Anderson.
But also, some of the TTV parodies.
Oh, some of those are good. Yeah.
I haven't. Have you guys made a one recently?
No, not since. Oh gosh, I don't think there's been one since Ninja. Well, okay, technically we've had 2, but they're not parodies; they're covers. As far as an actual original song, it's like there was a Ninja Flow from a while back, but outside of that, nah.
Collecting Parts. That was it.
Yeah, I love that one. I actually like that one more than the original song.
Yeah, same here. I think. Oh, there was Leak It To Me, too. I'm looking back.
Yep. Leak It To Me.
So funny.
Before,
both of those are great.
But before we learned our lesson regarding leaks.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to re-listen to those right after this is done.
That's awesome. I'll tell VAR. Niels Anderson asks, favorite Lego weapon?
Favorite Lego what? Got cut off.
Weapon?
Weapon?
Mm-hmm.
The portal gun piece is kind of cool.
Okay, fair. That's a cool one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tesla Effect asks, both of you, what are your thoughts on Gundam-built figures called Gunpla? They're almost like Lego when it comes to making mocks.
I'm not too familiar with them, unfortunately.
I'm going to have to say same here. I know, I think VAR is, but I'm not.
There you go.
Captain Kimo asks, what kind of music are you guys into?
Any type of music for me.
Yeah, it's easier to answer what music I'm not into, which is rap, heavy metal, and dubstep.
Yeah, I would say probably not into dubstep. There'll always be maybe one. I don't think there's a dubstep song I like, but I don't know. And heavy metal, yeah, screamo. I don't think I'm into any songs there, but I do like a lot of rap, so I guess that's where we differ.
Mm-hmm. I think that would be it. Yeah. Lego David asks, what license should Lego have never gotten?
Um, I don't know. I mean, has there been a license that like has hurt the company? 'Cause that's what I would think, but like I think so far so good. I mean, yeah, doing a Knight Rider Lego Dimensions that probably wasn't the smartest idea, but you
Um,
know,
yeah, I can't think of anything I don't think they should have ever had. Maybe.
people are saying Trolls, but I'm like, well, I think it's going to be interesting, So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I still thought it was weird that they had Simpsons. Like, I don't necessarily mind that they had Simpsons. I just thought it was weird. But I don't necessarily think they shouldn't have gotten it.
hmm I
Um,
think I think it makes perfect
oh,
sense, but I guess we'll differ there.
nope. James
Oh,
Bond.
James Bond.
I don't think they ever should have bothered with James Bond.
That was such an interesting case, and you know, as much as people are saying, "Oh, Stranger Things was inappropriate," I don't agree with Stranger Things. James Bond is like so borderline. Like,
I don't even think it's borderline, to be honest.
really,
I
the
don't think it's appropriate for Lego at all.
appropriate, interesting. Because I'm like, here's how I see it. James Bond has never had an R-rated movie in theaters. So
Really?
if they've all been PG-13. The original cut for License to Kill, which is the darkest James Bond movie, was rated R, and they've released the extended version of that on DVD as rated R, but it was cut to be PG-13. So
Interesting.
and also, if you want to go to extended cuts, the Hobbit: Battle of the Five Armies had an extended cut that was rated R that was included with a Lego minifigure. The Batman v Superman, which had a Lego cover, had the Ultimate Edition, which was rated R too. But those are all released on DVD.
Interesting.
Just interesting stuff. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I don't think they ever should have had James Bond. I don't think that it's a.
Interesting.
I don't think it jives with Lego, the Lego brand very well. But maybe they know it better than I do. Who knows?
I guess I differ there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Because like Lord of the Rings, millions are dying. In this big fight. Star Wars, lots of death. I don't know, but then again, I see like James Bond also has a very, other aspects that are inappropriate. So yeah, I understand. I understand. I don't know if I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Disagree. Yeah. That's what makes it fun.
Well, what they did was they did just the vehicle too, which was interesting. They didn't make a James Bond minifigure, so maybe that's how they got around it.
Yeah, they didn't include him. Like they used all the branding, but it was just only for the car. So it was the one car, which if you are gonna do something James Bond, might as well just make it a car.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable. Okay, almost done. A RetroZade asks, which anime series is most likely to have a Lego line? I mean,
Pokemon, I don't know.
no, I would argue probably Voltron, since it already has a set.
Voltron, does that count? I thought that was American animation.
No, that totally counts.
Really, the new one? Oh, because I thought it was by the
don't
people who did Last Airbender, which it's like pseudo anime, I guess.
Well, they're a Taiwan company. I believe it's Taiwan. They're not based in the States.
Interesting.
And even then, the theme itself is Japanese, as far as I'm aware. I don't have any familiarity with it, basically whatsoever. The only actual interaction I've had with it is the set. But as far as I'm aware, it is Japanese.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I think the original Voltron was, I think it was pieced together from Japanese. I don't know. I'm not too. Maybe I'm wrong there, but yeah. And that was based off the original series. So, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Especially, that was actually a DreamWorks property. The Voltron.
Really?
So, yeah. The new, because it's owned by DreamWorks now. I'm pretty sure the new show and everything. So,
interesting.
So they had to get DreamWorks' licensing for that.
But, that makes all sense now.
So that's maybe how Trolls came about. But we'll see.
Yeah. right. Lego David asks, do you think have Lego movies become extended advertising since the first one? So basically, do you think they're just commercials now?
No, I mean, the Lego Ninjago movie was the closest to that, but
I mean, I may have a little more of a controversial opinion. They've always been commercials. That's the point of a Lego movie.
yeah, but I think he's saying just commercials. Like, like he like to me they're like the Lego Movie 1 was so special. It was more than just a commercial. It had commentary to it. It had just a really interesting twist on I think a basic plot lines and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly enjoyed it.
I think at the end of the day, yeah, I guess if you want to look at it, technically commercials, but yeah. But the Ninjago movie, while I still liked it, it felt a lot less passionate. It felt a lot more rushed.
I agree.
That was, yeah.
I agree. You know it's bad when they're literally advertising the sets as, look, it's Nia and her water strider, wink, wink.
That is
it's
true.
Kai and his fire mech, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Jay and his lightning jet, wink, wink, wink. Yeah.
I forgot about that part. I had to rewatch that movie sometime.
Yeah, then you're spending your time better.
Honestly, you're right, yeah.
Lego Pete 3 asks, do you think Disney Series 3 should have more Pixar characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I think they...
that's what, having the 2 Pixar characters in this series, they're just from Incredibles. Like, come on, there's more movies in Incredibles, Cars, and Toy Story from Pixar. Lego. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, we did have one Brave set, so yeah, there's that. But
yeah, that's fair.
Wally.
Niels Anderson asks, here's an interesting question. Why be a mantis if we all know that scorpions are better?
Wow.
I don't know if I can agree with this.
Yeah, I do not agree.
I like mantises too much. Manti? Mantises?
Manti.
Manti?
Mantine. That's a Pokemon.
All right. Oh gosh. Come on. We're almost there. So, very briefly, there's a comment by Tesla Effect. Voltron was based on Go Lions, an entirely different anime. America loved to butcher Japanese shows when they sold them in their market.
That's like, I knew it was pieced together,
That's how we got Power Rangers and Transformers. I will argue Power Rangers is better than the original source material.
There you go.
I will take that to the grave.
I haven't seen it in so many years.
Fair enough. But that's just an opinion. An LJ opinion. Okay. So we're going to make this the final question because I think it's absolutely hilarious, and this is a good way to cap things off. This is from Captain Kimo, who asks, where do I find Epic Lego Fan GF asking for friend?
I love how it says, where do I find? It's like he's asking for a friend.
The friend is Lieutenant Kimo.
There you go. There you go. But, that's a question I don't think a lot of us can answer. Maybe go to your Lego store and go to conventions. I would imagine that's a great place.
Yeah. Be out and about. Be outside. Good hygiene. And be polite.
I think most people in the world like Lego.
I would imagine. I've never met anyone that didn't like Lego.
Exactly.
And if they don't like Lego, well, I bet they leave their shopping carts out in the middle of the parking lot anyway, and they're not to be trifled with.
Exactly. You gotta put it back in the little return section.
Yeah, exactly. And Captain, don't worry, we know you're just messing around, but it's funny. It's absolutely hilarious.
It's funny. It's good. It's good.
Okay, that's everything. All the questions we're gonna do for today. There's a lot of them. So
that was a good 2 hours.
We just hit 2 hours.
Holy cajoli.
All right, well, Justin, it's been a blast. It's been too long. Thank you so much for taking the time this morning. It's been absolutely
always
wonderful.
A pleasure. Always
Excellent.
a pleasure.
I'll have to have you on again when once we finally get our hands on Hidden Side, we can really delve into that.
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. But, all right. In that case, Justin, is there anywhere on social media you want people to follow you at?
Just Too Good on YouTube, Just Too Good on Twitter, or Just Too Good YT on Twitter. Or is it? Yeah. It's Just Too Good YT on Twitter, at Just Too Good YT. There you go. More stuff. I don't know, but just those two for now.
All right. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll have them in the description. So, of course, I highly encourage you to go check those out. A good time is guaranteed.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. And I swear, we're going to be doing Brickfeed later today, but I actually need to work on getting you on Brickfeed again.
Yeah, it's been a while, I think. It's been what? Like, I don't even remember the last. Was it when Nexonites came out or something?
I don't remember. The issue, just had a brief stroke there. The issue is that the scheduling is sporadic, so we never really know until the day prior when Brickfeed happens. So it's hard to schedule for it.
I feel you. Yeah, I understand. No worries.
All right. Well, once again, man, I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and this has been a fun time.
All right. Well, peace out, everybody. See you guys later. Peace out.
And thank you all so very much for listening. Hopefully you had a good time listening either today during the live airing of this episode or the recorded version, which will be out in the next few days. Leave your thoughts and comments below as always. This has been yet another episode of The Eljay Johnsen Show. The show airs every single Saturday, every weekend at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, unless specified otherwise, over on Twitter at The Eljay Johnsen, where you can find updates and guest announcements every single Tuesday. And if you have any questions over the week, make sure you head on over to my email, eljayjohnsen@gmail.com. Remember, that's JOHNSEN. Boom! That's how it's done. Thanks so much. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.